Welcome to TT-Buddhism, where we share Buddhist wisdom to help you live with clarity, peace, and purpose. Have you ever faced a difficult moment in life and wondered, why is this happening to me? Maybe you lost a job, a relationship ended, or life took an unexpected turn. In those moments, it's easy to feel like a victim of bad luck or fate. But what if everything that happens is not random? What if each challenge, each setback, and each painful experience is actually part of a greater journey? One that leads to growth, wisdom, and enlightenment. In Buddhism, nothing happens by accident. Every event in our lives is shaped by karma, impermanence, and interconnectedness. Karma teaches us that our past actions, thoughts, and intentions create our present reality, just as our present choices shape our future. Impermanence reminds us that nothing lasts forever. Both joy and suffering are temporary. And interconnectedness shows us that all things in life are deeply linked, influencing one another in ways we may not immediately understand. In today's video, we will explore why everything happens for a reason from a Buddhist perspective. Through ancient teachings and powerful parables, we will uncover the deeper meaning behind life's challenges and how embracing this wisdom can bring peace, resilience, and understanding. By the end of this video, you may begin to see your struggles in a new light, not as punishments or misfortunes, but as necessary steps on the path to self-discovery and personal growth. So take a deep breath, open your heart, and join us on this journey toward greater clarity and wisdom. Let's begin. Karma, the law of cause and effect. In Buddhism, nothing happens by chance. Everything we experience is a result of karma, the law of cause and effect. Karma teaches that our past actions, thoughts, and intentions shape our present, just as our present choices will determine our future. It is not about punishment or reward, but rather about natural consequences. Every action we take, whether positive or negative, creates an energy that eventually returns to us. If we plant seeds of kindness, patience, and wisdom, we will eventually reap the benefits of peace and happiness. On the other hand, if we act with anger, selfishness, or dishonesty, we will face difficulties that arise from those choices. Many people believe that life is unfair because bad things happen to good people, while those who behave unethically sometimes seem to thrive. However, Buddhism teaches that karma does not work in a simplistic way. It unfolds over time, sometimes across multiple lifetimes. Just because someone appears to succeed now does not mean they will not face consequences later. Similarly, those who suffer today may actually be experiencing the results of past karma, but they also have the power to shape a better future through their present actions. Imagine someone who loses their job unexpectedly. At first, they might feel devastated, believing that life is treating them unfairly. But months later, they may find an even better opportunity, one that aligns with their true purpose and brings them greater fulfillment. In hindsight, what seemed like a setback was actually a redirection toward something better. The same principle applies to relationships, failures, and missed opportunities. What may feel like a painful loss now could be the very thing that leads you to growth and happiness later. The key to understanding karma is realizing that we are not powerless. Every moment presents us with the opportunity to create new karma through our thoughts, words, and actions. Instead of seeing life's difficulties as random misfortunes, we can view them as part of a larger journey of cause and effect. When we become more mindful of how we act in the present, we take control of our own destiny by planting the right seeds today. we can create a future filled with peace, wisdom, and true happiness. Everything that happens is leading us somewhere. Our role is to trust the process and continue making choices that bring us closer to the life we wish to create. The parable of the broken teacup, understanding impermanence. One of the greatest sources of suffering in life is our resistance to change. We cling to things, people, and situations, hoping they will remain the same forever. But Buddhism teaches us that nothing in this world is permanent. Everything, our emotions, relationships, successes, and failures, is constantly changing. The more we resist this truth, the more we suffer. To understand impermanence, let's explore a famous Buddhist parable about a broken teacup. A young monk once approached his master, frustrated by the unpredictability of life. He asked, "Master, why do bad things happen? Why does life feel so unfair?" The master smiled and handed him a beautiful porcelain teacup. "Do you like this cup?" he asked. The monk admired its delicate craftsmanship and nodded. Without warning, the master let go of the cup, allowing it to fall and shatter into pieces. The young monk gasped in shock. "Why did you do that?" he exclaimed. The master replied, "I loved the cup when it was whole, and I love it now that it is broken. From the moment I held it, I knew that one day it would break." The lesson here is profound. Everything in life is temporary, and true peace comes from accepting this reality rather than fighting against it. Just as the teacup was destined to break, everything we cherish will eventually change. Our health, possessions, loved ones, and even our own thoughts are in a constant state of transformation. This does not mean we should not appreciate what we have, but rather that we should embrace each moment fully, without attachment. Impermanence is not something to fear. It is what makes life precious. If we knew something would last forever, we might take it for granted. But knowing that everything is fleeting encourages us to be more present and grateful. When we accept impermanence, we no longer cling to what is fading, and we do not despair when difficulties arise. Just like the seasons change and rivers keep flowing, our struggles too will pass. So the next time you face a challenge, remember the broken teacup. Rather than resisting the inevitable changes of life, learn to flow with them. Let go of attachment, and you will find a deeper sense of peace, knowing that everything, both joy and sorrow, is just a passing wave in the vast ocean of existence. Hardships as lessons, not punishments. Many people believe that suffering is unfair, that hardships are punishments, or that life is cruel for making good people go through pain. However, Buddhism teaches us that difficulties are not meant to break us, they are meant to shape us. Just like fire purifies gold, life's challenges refine us, making us stronger, wiser, and more resilient. Hardships are not punishments, they are lessons, opportunities for growth and stepping stones toward greater wisdom. There is a Zen story that beautifully illustrates this idea. A young monk once asked his master, "Why do we face hardships? If life is fair, shouldn't good people always be happy?" The master picked up two objects, a piece of coal and a diamond, and placed them in front of the monk. "Both of these come from the same source," the master explained, "but only the diamond has endured immense pressure to become what it is." The monk reflected on this and realized that difficulties do not destroy us. They transform us into something greater. Life is full of pressure. We experience loss, failure, rejection, and disappointment. In those moments, it is easy to feel hopeless and ask, "Why me?" But what if, Instead of seeing hardships as suffering, we saw them as a necessary part of our journey. Think about the strongest, wisest people you know. Chances are they did not reach that level of understanding by living an easy life. They became who they are because they faced challenges, endured struggles, and learned from their experiences. Every difficulty we encounter is an opportunity to develop patience, strength, and understanding. When we shift our mindset from, "Why is this happening to me?" to, "What is this trying to teach me?" we stop seeing ourselves as victims and start recognizing our inner power. Instead of resisting hardships, we can embrace them as tools for transformation. So the next time you face a challenge, pause and reflect. Could this situation be teaching you patience? Could it be making you stronger? Could it be preparing you for something greater? Hardships are not punishments. They are invitations to grow. When we stop fighting against life's difficulties and instead learn from them, we unlock our true potential. Just like pressure turns coal into a diamond, struggles can shape us into our best selves. If this message resonates with you, leave a comment below and let us know. Letting go and trusting the flow of life. One of the greatest sources of suffering in life is our desire to control everything. We try to force outcomes, resist change, and hold on to things that are meant to pass. But Buddhism teaches that true peace comes from letting go and trusting the natural flow of life. Instead of clinging to what was or worrying about what will be, we can learn to accept each moment as it comes, knowing that everything happens in its own time and for its own reason. There is a Zen proverb that perfectly captures this wisdom: let go or be dragged. When we resist the changes life brings, we create unnecessary suffering. Imagine holding on to a rope that is being pulled away. The tighter you hold on, the more pain you feel. But the moment you release it, the struggle disappears. The same applies to life. When we stop trying to control everything, we free ourselves from unnecessary stress and anxiety. Many people spend their lives fighting against reality, wishing things were different. We want relationships to last forever, careers to be stable, and happiness to be constant. But the truth is, life is in a constant state of change. The more we try to hold on to something, the more we suffer when it inevitably changes. Instead of fearing change, we should learn to embrace it, understanding that it is a natural part of existence. Think about the river. It does not resist the rocks in its path, nor does it try to flow backward. It simply moves forward, adapting and continuing its journey. When we live with this same attitude, we experience far less suffering. We understand that loss, endings, and unexpected events are not obstacles, but part of the journey. So the next time life doesn't go according to plan, instead of resisting, ask yourself, can I let go of my need to control this? Can I trust that everything is unfolding as it should? When we release our attachment to specific outcomes and trust the process of life, we discover a deep sense of inner peace. Let go, trust, and flow with life, not against it. In doing so, you will find freedom from suffering and embrace a life of peace, clarity, and wisdom. Life is a journey filled with unexpected turns, challenges, and moments of joy. Through the wisdom of Buddhism, we begin to see that everything happens for a reason, even if we do not understand it immediately. Karma teaches us that our actions shape our reality. Impermanence reminds us that nothing lasts forever, and hardships serve as lessons rather than punishments. When we shift our perspective, we realize that life is not against us. Instead of resisting difficulties, we can embrace them as opportunities for growth. Instead of clinging to what is fading, we can learn to appreciate each moment fully. When one door closes, another opens. When something is lost, something new arises. Trusting in the flow of life allows us to find peace, even in uncertainty. The next time you face a challenge, pause and reflect. Is this moment teaching you patience? Is it redirecting you to something better? Can you trust that this too will pass? Life unfolds in ways we cannot always predict, but when we learn to let go, we discover a sense of freedom. Remember, you are not alone on this journey. We all experience setbacks, loss, and moments of doubt, but these are not signs of failure. They are stepping stones to wisdom and strength. Trust that everything is happening as it should, leading you exactly where you need to be. If this message resonated with you, let us know in the comments. Have you ever experienced a difficult moment that later turned out to be a blessing? Share your thoughts below, and if you found this wisdom valuable, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to TT-Buddhism for more Buddhist teachings to help you live with clarity and peace.